the talk, the UFO Con presenter, and she was talking about crop circles, and she was showing pictures of different geometries, and out in the fields, and somehow it was, I don't know, it gave me a lot of energy. I felt very excited and energetic, positively charged, and I felt like a lot of positivity came to my life, and I also couldn't sleep the whole night. And then I woke up not tired. When I went to the class, I was tired when it started. I became interested in light language after the crop circles, actually. I became more open to topics like that.
Do we want to explore a past life where your soul have had experience in different place than on Earth? That would has significance and relevance to your present life in any way?
Mm-hmm.
And would be able to give you more understanding onto geometric shapes, crop circles, the light language.
Yeah, why am I interested in? Have I experienced it before?
Allow the details to come of the place that is surrounding you. What are you experiencing?
I'm in a different place that is not in Earth. It's some other planet, and I'm able to float a little bit. Not, it's very dense. So if I want to float, I can float. I feel like my body is also dense. I don't feel like heavy. I feel lighter. Don't eat food like we do here.
How is your body feel?
It feels light. It feels airy, but there's a little bit of a substance on it. Maybe a little bit sticky. A little bit sticky.
Look down on your feet and tell me what your feet seem to look like.
They seem a little bit human-like. I'm not wearing shoes because the surface is not so rough, because it's not so dense. The gravity, because we're floating, so it's not so heavy. So just barefooted and light and sticky. And
okay, look at your hands. Do you have all 5 digits?
yes, I do. They're more long than short than the human hands. The hands, the fingers are long and skinnier.
Okay. What color is your skin?
It's sort of it's a little bit greenish, maybe. I don't know, maybe green blue, something like that. It's not so human-like.
Describe for me what your head looks like.
My head looks a little bit long, and the nose may be a little bit longer too.
What are your eyes?
They're a little bit stretched out, a little bit like Asian eyes. Not so almond shaped, but more like smaller and stretched.
Do you have any hair?
Yeah, I have hair, but I don't know, it looks like a weird hair, like well, it's lighter, right? It's a lot lighter, so it's stickier too to match the skin. So it's not so solid like it is in a human.
All right. Are you wearing any clothes?
I don't think I need to, no.
Do you have any teeth?
I'm kind of like a reptile, so not really. No, not like a human has teeth, probably like a reptile.
So in this place where you feel that your body is much lighter, how are you breathing? Do you breathe through your nose?
I think I breathe through my skin, so it's not obvious that my nose is breathing. I think I can, because the air is different, I think, too. So
right, wonderful. So now bring attention to your surroundings.
Mhm.
Is it day or night?
It's day. It looks like driving on I-5 actually, like that kind of scenery is very flat and there's a lot of grass, dried. It's a
Okay.
dry place.
Is there any other vegetation than the grass?
Maybe there's some swamps around as well in some areas. Yeah.
I would
Hmm.
like you to now move forward
Hmm.
to a moment that you meet someone.
Hmm. Okay, I'm meeting somebody, uh, another another person that looks like me. We all look the same,
Huh,
reptile-like. Just have 2 feet. Yeah.
different, wonderful. Does your body feel male or female?
Mm, I don't know the sex. It's kind of, I think it can convert. It can go both ways. It's kind of like a hermaphrodite.
Now bring attention to the other person that is next to you and tell me, what do you sense from this other person?
This person is just there to tell me that we need to power up the place because we need to create energy for the place. I guess the power doesn't come from the sun, it comes from its own place. So we need to have create some magnetic fields in the field to to create energy. We're trying to come up with a design of some kind of shape, some geometric shape that's going to be helpful to create this energy.
And you will find yourself next to that device you are working on, and you're there now.
It's it's a device that we're building together, me and this other person. His name is, he has a weird name I can't pronounce. I guess it's a different energy. And we have these mirrors, these things that look like mirrors, and we have to lie them down in a certain way. This is coming down from somebody else. Somebody else is sending me these thoughts. It's coming telepathically to both of us,
Mm-hmm.
to me and this person. And they're telling us that in order to power it up, this thing, because the sun is not able to power it up, right? The energy, we need to grab these things that look like mirrors, and we need to create some geometric circles that are kind of like circular things, and they go on top of each other, like on top of each other. I wish I could draw it. And apparently having these mirrors on the ground, it's able to get magnetic field from this planet from below,
All right.
so that it can come up, you know, up in the whole planet.
So I want you to stop in this moment and look at these geometric
Mhm.
circles
Mhm.
and remember them. So after the session, if you wish to, you will be able to recall
Mhm.
those shapes and draw them for
Mhm.
yourself.
Okay.
When you communicate with your companion, do
Mhm.
you speak or do you also communicate telepathically?
We communicate telepathically. There's no, yeah, I don't hear him speak or her.
Do you sense that you have a name?
Some Xenion or Xenion name. That's my name, Xenion, or some weird vowels that I get that sound like a Z.
Okay, so if for now, time being, I would call you Zenion, would that
Mhm.
resonate with you?
Yeah.
All
Mhm.
right. Okay, Zenion. So in this moment, what is significant about this place? Is there anything else that is important that you're doing there?
Just that I'm trying to help get this place to come alive again, because there was no life before. And creating these geometric shapes in the land helps, the magnetic fields come from below to above to create some kind of energy for the place to come alive.
All right. Go back to the place where you will have better understanding who you are, where you come from, what you are doing there.
There's a lot of oceans there, a lot of water.
A lot of water. All right. Tell me more.
There's a lot of sand and water only. That's all this place has. I don't see any mountains or anything like that. I look like a half human, half reptilian.
All right.
And
So do you live in the waters or on the dry land?
I live in the water. I can do both. I can go in the water and I can come to the dry land. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna count from 3 to 1, and we will go to the place that you call home.
I'm in a forest now. I'm
All
on
right.
the earth. I'm on the earth. I'm some indigenous person.
Okay, go to the place that will give you understanding. How is that connects to the life of Xenion?
I'm in a place that looks like probably Mexico. I guess because it has so much green. I'm helping to build some pyramids.
Okay. Look at your body, what your body looks like now when you're helping to build those pyramids.
I look indigenous. I look brown, uh, and I'm a man. I'm helping to build these pyramids, because pyramids here are for to align, and I'm trying to align them to the constellations of the stars
Okay.
to give out energy to the other planet that didn't have energy. The way the pyramids are, they're always energetic portals, and below the the land where the pyramid is, there's magnetic fields from the earth, and it's giving out energy through the point of the pyramids, and it's getting out to that planet where Zion was. And because Zion had created these devices that were getting energy from the earth.
I want you to move forward
Mm-hmm.
to the place that something significant has happened.
Oh, they're gonna kill me. I got put in a cell, and I've been locked up. So there's some white people that came that we thought they were gods, and we were worshiping them because they look different than us. And they didn't like that I wasn't, Christian, because they had different religion. So they thought I was a wizard, and they locked me up. They're gonna kill me. I see a I see a machine where they're gonna behead me.
We're gonna go back to the beginning, to the moment that will give you understanding what has happened.
I'm near the pyramids. I am in Guatemala, I guess. That's where it is. That's where it all started, I think. People just don't know.
Okay, Guatemala.
It looks like Guatemala. It's kind of like the south of Mexico. It's a jungle.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm with all these other indigenous people.
Describe me what you look like.
I'm a male.
You're a male. Are you young or old?
I'm young. I'm 20, 20s, 25,
All
24.
right. What are you wearing when you're living there in Guatemala?
I'm just wearing like some leather things, like around my waist. I'm not wearing too many clothes because it's really hot and humid there.
All right. So now move on to the place that something significant is happening.
We're meditating in this room with other people. We're giving messages from other people. We're channeling
Okay. Who you channeling from?
some star people. We used to communicate to the star with the star people.
Okay. What kind of messages are you channeling from star people?
They want us to, wow, getting chills. They want power from the earth, and they're asking us to create these pyramids. The purpose of these pyramids is that they need to be aligned with certain directions so that we give energy to other places, other galaxies.
How do you feel about this?
I feel okay. I, yeah,
Okay, do they give you instruction how to build this pyramid?
they do. They download them and we just do it, you know. Uh, yeah, they're downloading the information to myself and other people uh, to build them in a certain setup, in a certain, yeah. In those times, there we just use our intuition to know the points and the coordinates and everything.
All right, so we're gonna move forward to the moment when you're building these pyramids.
Hmm.
And tell me how this process looks like.
We're using super powerful people to help us with the difficult part because the pyramids are bigger than the people.
What,
So
what do you mean by that, powerful people?
people that can shape shift to do things, people that can almost fly.
Okay, do they look like human, those people who can fly?
Yeah, they look like humans.
All right.
And human and animal, like some of them look like they have serpent features. They call them gods back then,
Okay.
or deities.
Okay. So describe for me how one of them looks like.
One of them looks like a face of a snake, but it has the body of a person.
Does it look anything like Xenion?
Yeah, he does a little bit because he's got the sticky skin.
All right.
Because Xeon needed the planet needed the energy, right? So
So how are they different? What kind of superpowers they use? How
they're
did
able they're able to be strong and move because the pyramids are bigger than the people, right? So they're able to be really strong and move the the bricks and the things, with their body and floating up, you know. They're very powerful people.
okay.
They're beating the gravity, right? Because they can almost fly, or they can fly,
So they can do you see them flying?
or just going up, gliding up, floating up, carrying those heavy things, those heavy, because I don't know if you've seen the pyramids, right?
Mhm.
They have a lot of big pieces that go from the ground up that are thousands of feet, right? And some of them in those days they didn't have a lot of machinery like we do now, right? To carry all these things, right?
I want you to
Hmm.
move forward to the moment when you are doing something important and you're interacting with other people.
Hmm. Okay, so we're talking about the design of the pyramid. I think that's the beginning. That's the important part. And we're talking about how they have to line up
in certain ways, in certain stars. We use a lot of the stars to align certain pieces of the pyramid because that's how the energy is transmitted. And I'm
Okay.
talking about, like the big pieces of it, right? Where they need to the center of it, right? The big picture, right? I'm telling them how they need to, point and how it needs to start and what star constellations they need to align with.
All right. So, what is your job in this process?
I'm one of the architects.
You're
Yeah.
one of the architects. Okay. So, now move forward to the moment that something important is happening.
We're done with one of the pyramids. We're celebrating outside of the pyramid that it's complete.
Okay. How many people is surrounding you?
There's hundreds of people because the people in the towns were also invited where these pyramids were built.
How are they calling you?
They're calling me Zion Ziontual, some indigenous name. Ziontual, Xitual, something like that. It's a very indigenous name, Zitual.
Zintua.
Hmm.
Okay. So your people are celebrating the finishing of the job.
They
How do you,
finished.
how do you feel about this?
I feel very, very accomplished. Yeah, I feel accomplished.
All right, wonderful. How old are you now?
I think I'm in my 30s now.
What else is important about this moment right now?
That nobody had done it before, and it was the first pyramid we built. And we were going to use that as a baseline for all the other pyramids that were going to be built.
Okay, so these pyramids that are helping other planets to get Earth energy. Do Earth, planet, or people benefit from this in any way? Or it's just for the benefits of others?
It was for the benefits of others initially. Yeah. Yeah. To
Okay.
generate energy to help other planets.
All right. And we will move to another moment in this lifetime where something significant has happened.
The Spanish people came. They don't like what we did, or I think they want to take over the country.
Okay.
So
How does it make you feel?
it makes me feel sad because uh, at the beginning I was excited because I thought they were gods because they were different than us. They were like very light. So I thought they were gods that came from the sky, the star people, right? That they had reincarnated, right? The people that were giving us the directions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was disappointed that that was the case. I feel disappointed because I misinterpreted who they were,
Okay.
and they want to kill us. So yeah, this is the moment where we're in the prison because we're gonna get executed because the Spanish want to take over the country. So what they did is they came, they put us in some cells, and they just beheaded us. Put me in this thing where they put your head and boom, your head is gone. Guillotine, yeah. My heart feels disappointed. It feels sad, disappointed, because I believe these people. I thought they were gods.
How do
Mhm.
you feel right before they kill you? What are your emotions?
I feel scared. Uh, I feel really scared for my life. I feel very disappointed and very sad.
What are your mental reactions? What are the thoughts that coming through your head?
Oh, just why did I believe these people? Why did I think they were so much? Why didn't I use my intuition more? Why did I become um, by their looks, right? I kind of became I like the way they look, so I thought they were really good people. And I feel just disappointed with myself. Why didn't I use my intuition? Why did I take what they look like instead of what instead of going into my intuition?
Okay. Last breath. Okay, tell me, what is happening to your soul?
It's on the side, scared as hell, because yeah, it's scared. It's really scared.
And that fear that you're feeling, tell me, do you
Mhm.
have, is this your fear, or is it come from someone else?
It was my fear. I was afraid. Well, no, it was probably everybody else. I just went along with everything what everybody was doing. That's what we did to stay alive in these communities, you know. So
All right.
it was their fear that I took on as a collective consciousness then in that timeline.
Okay. So how is that fear that you collected has affected the life of Victoria?
I think in my whole life I've been kind of just going with the mainstream does, and instead of like exploring new things, instead of being open to new things, I've always just gone with the main, you know, the mainstream beliefs of things. So it's impacted my just my consciousness, right? And just being able to be more aware and know the bigger picture of things. Yeah.
What
So
did it make you do in your life?
oh, it's made me be stuck in jobs that are not enough for me, being bosses who have so many degrees and they're not all that, and they're not even sticking around. I've been, going by what people their diplomas, instead of what people really are for themselves.
What did it prevent you from doing in your life?
It prevented me from having really good jobs, from having really good paychecks, from having a lot more in my life.
All right. So I want you to bring attention to that fear you have collected. And right now, give it back to where it came from.
Mm-hmm. This is not mine. It's yours, collective people.
Okay, wonderful. And now tell me, what do you need instead of this fear to make it better?
I need to put some light of turquoise, because turquoise it's the protective energy, and it's powerful, and it's curious.
Right. So
So I'm
take
grabbing
the turquoise
the
and
turquoise.
heal the places that the fear was before.
Mhm.
And I want you to tell me if you can see the light after your body died.
I can see it now. I can.
Right? Connect to this light
Mhm.
and tell me how that light feels like.
A lot of love,
You
a
take
lot
that
of
love
peace.
in,
Mhm.
and that vibration of love
Mhm.
sent to everyone that has been giving you fear before.
Mhm. Mhm.
Share that
Yeah.
love with them.
Mhm. Sharing it with the people.
All right, and use
Okay.
this light to heal your body, the one that
Mhm.
has been executed. What was the lesson that Xinhuan had to learn in this lifetime?
That that we're very powerful, and that we should not give our power away to people that look beautiful, or that, or they have certain degrees, because we're all the same. We're all powerful. We're all good, and we shouldn't let the looks of people intimidate us, or just, give us the wrong message, right, about who's good or not.
Okay, wonderful. Now, those people who have killed you, took your energy,
Mhm.
ask them to give you your energy back.
I want my energy back. Give it back. I need it back. So I'm complete. Okay.
Beautiful. Now, looking with the experience you had in this lifetime. I want you to connect this now from this perspective
Mhm.
to the experience of Xenion in another planet.
Mhm.
And tell me, how has this been related?
That experience with Xeon and the other planet was that, well, that, that we're powerful, that our energy, right? We can get energy from other places, but uh, we shouldn't give our power away.
All right. Has the Xenion been a soul of Victoria?
It's part of her.
What about the indigenous person? Has this been a soul of Victoria?
Yeah, this was also, there were parallel souls, actually. Yes.
All right. So the soul of Xenion and the soul of the indigenous man, when they both went to the light.
I don't think Xeon, the indigenous person went to the light already.
Right.
Xeon, I don't know. I don't think he did or she did. I don't know. It's a man or a woman. It's both, I think. Uh, I don't
How,
think they, yeah.
how is this life of Xenion affecting the life of Victoria?
Um, well, Victoria lacked a lot of, she didn't think she was powerful before. She didn't think she was capable of, I don't know, light language and getting transmissions. Everybody's able to do that. It's just that we're not aware of it. So that is the awareness that Signon brought through her, that Signon, that we can all be channelers.
So is
Uh,
Xenion another fractal of her having still his experience, or
yeah,
has?
he's a fractal. He's a fractal of hers that's living right now in another reality.
All right. So right now, I would like you to disconnect
Hmm.
from the life of this indigenous man
Hmm.
and acknowledge that with the death of his body, this experience is over forever and will
Hmm.
no longer affect you. Disconnect any cords that connect you to that life
Hmm.
and take only the wisdom and lessons that you have learned,
Hmm.
knowing that you no longer have to feel intimidated by anybody that by his looks, that you
Hmm.
don't have to assume and judge people by what they look like. You can sense who they truly are because
Hmm.
your intuition is very strong.
Hmm.
Take all the lessons with you,
Hmm.
disconnect from that lifetime, knowing that it will no longer affect you in any negative way.
Hmm.
I would like you to connect to your higher self
Hmm.
and ask for permission if it would be okay for your higher self to come forward.
Okay, here I am.
All right. I would like to ask how the experience when she has been seeing the crop circles on UFO Con has made her feel so energized.
Because crop circles are energetic energetic frequencies, just like sound healing is, or just like language singing is. They're magnetic portals that they can energize people and the earth also too, uh, in a positive way. Just like when you go to Mount Shasta and you see or Sedona, right? All those places have energy, right? So that's what the crop circles are also. But uh, they are created by people, but the information is typically channeled from star people. So there's a lot of in the UK and even in some parts of Oregon, there's crop circles in these places, and they're being made by people, but it's channeled through star beings like Pleiadians or Arcturians.
Right. So what was the purpose of crop circles?
The purpose of crop circles is to energize the land, to give energy downloads to the earth, to upgrade the earth.
What kind of upgrades to Earth?
The grid, there's different grid areas, and so we're adding energy from other area, because geometry, Shri Yantra, I'm not sure if you've seen the Shri Yantra. It's all these triangles, and it can also create a positive, energizing, uh, let people bring more creativity to their lives.
Right. So the knowledge about crop circle geometric shape, that knowledge in a way that Victoria can use in her life.
Yeah, that's knowledge that she can use, and that she should connect with those areas where they're available, just to get downloads and be energized. And just looking at them in pictures is energetic enough, and that's why she and her friend were awakened to and open to light language, because they were energized by the crop circles.
All right. And how are people making crop circles?
The same thing happened with the pyramids. They were channeled through beings, star people, and so yeah, people are guided in their minds. They're channeled down telepathy to build them. Mhm,
And now I would like to ask about light language. Why
mhm.
is she being drawn to a light language information?
She's drawn to it because she went to the UFO con and she was activated there. Just seeing those, um, just seeing the crop circles and being around all those people, because sometimes the people energy can also help up level people. Communities do that to themselves, so that is why uh, she got drawn to it.
How can this light language benefit her?
It can benefit her because it's going to bring up her frequency, because it's going to make her more creative, and it's going to elevate her frequency, and it's going to remove her from fear energies and those energies that she's been struggling with in her life.
Right? Is there any advice that for her in relation to this light language?
That she shouldn't be afraid of it, that she should continue looking into it, be open to it, that she should write about it every day if she thinks of something, or she record herself in her audio. The iPhones have an audio, so if something comes up, she should record it so she can remember it.
Can that benefit other people?
Yeah, because she's gonna allow other people to come forward with this knowledge as well, because once one person does it, and encourages other people to do it.
How can she use knowledge about the geometric shapes?
She can probably draw them, and she should probably try drawing, painting, and that way other people can see them.
How would that affect other people?
It's going to, you would get activated, and that's how it's really started. She forgot about that, and just the Sri Yantra itself, it teaches you that you're infinite nature. So that's what it brings up. It brings her awareness that we're infinite.
Right. Is there any other question I didn't ask that is important for her today?
Yeah, that she just needs to trust herself, and she should not judge the book by its cover, or AKA people by their looks. She should really just trust her intuition, and everybody should trust their intuition.
When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Wow. What happened?
How much you
Wow.
remember from the session?
Some. I remember some, but it was very strange. I didn't expect to go there. Well, just being in a new planet, I never thought that that we had fractals of ourselves in other places at once, right? That was not, and then, seeing myself as a different body, right? That was very strange. Yeah, it made it maybe, and also the thing about like be trusting people because the way they look and the degrees, it's been like the theme in my life too. So that was really interesting, right? That it came so far from that life, right? Like,
Yeah, it was very interesting session. Are you okay with sharing this video at the
maybe
recording of this session, or you want to keep it private?
you can make it blank my face up. I don't mind if my voice is heard. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing this if I decide to make the video.
Of course, yeah.
All right, how was your experience?
I have a sense of knowing. Yeah, I have a sense of knowing. And then I see things too. I was seeing when we were talking about Zion, I was seeing him. I was seeing, when you say, what does he look like? I was looking at my hands. I was feeling my hands. I was feeling my body. And then like you say, how do you breathe? I was actually experiencing it at the same time on top of imagining it. Thank you for the session.